I'll do it 3 more times because I just started. So inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. 2 more. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Last one. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And now inhale deeply through your nose. Hold the breath in and release your hands down, resting your wrists on your knees in Gyan Mudra. And as you, which is index fingers to thumbs, as you inhale, think Sat. As you exhale, Nam. And this means truth is my identity. We're going to start with our spine flex today. I often start with the Sufi grind, but that is part in the set we're going to do, stomach grind. So let's go ahead. We got Lucy here, our mascot tonight. Hold on to your ankles or shins and begin to ride the camel. Inhale, flex forward. Exhale, flex back. Move the spine. Warm up the spine and open up those channels of energy along the spine. Now inhale back to center. Hold this breath in for a moment. And then contract your rectum, sex organ, and navel muscles. Those are our lower chakra muscles. And then exhale through the nose, releasing those muscles. Hold the breath out and squeeze the rectum, sex organ, and navel again. So what this does is it makes us strong in that part of the body. It also directs the energy upward. And then inhale and exhale. All right, so then we're going to go right into our spine twist, placing our fingertips up onto our shoulders, thumbs and back. And this is a classic. Just keep the elbows in line with the shoulders. When you bring the elbows down, it doesn't open up what we want to open here, the heart, the lungs, upper back. So begin to inhale, twist left, exhale, twist right. Let your head move with the body so the neck and the whole spine gets the movement. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Inhale, come back to center, full breath. Press your shoulders and elbows back. And then exhale back to Gyan Mudra, index fingers to thumbs for a moment. Lift your spine, relax your shoulders, and breathe. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. All right, we're going to do some sun salutes, and I'm going to go in the bedroom. So come standing on the front of your mat. You're going to the bedroom, Jordan. Come on. There's somebody out here, but you can't do that while we do yoga. Yep, you go in here. Good boy. And then you're going to bring your palms together if you haven't already, and take a moment to offer your practice. Set your intention from your heart, whatever intention you choose. Kind of ironic because he actually doesn't bark that much, and it just seems like every Tuesday night he likes to bark. Okay, and now as you inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, fold over. You can have your knees bent in ragdoll, or you can straighten your legs if you're stretched out enough to do that. A lot of people feel like they have to straighten their legs right away. I really encourage people not to do that. Also, if you have lower back issues, it's better to bend your knees. You know, this is never a competition. I talked to someone today who said, oh yes, I've almost got my, able to touch my toes. That just seems to be like this gauge of flexibility that's really not that important. Anyway, inhale, step your right foot back. I have my blind kitty there, so I can't step back too far. And your back knee can be up or down. And exhale, hold the lunge. And then inhale, come back to your plank position. I'm doing a funky one. My legs are open because of my cat. Although your feet would be under your hips. And then inhale, and as you exhale, drop your knees and sit back into child's pose. And relax here for a moment or two. This is one of my favorites, and I always think it's good for us to soothe ourselves a little bit in the times we live in. I remember teaching in the 80s and having these like printouts about the stressful times we lived in, war, what's next. And I guess it just, it's part of the human condition. So anyway, so this is soothing. And then inhale, come on forward, either modified push-up, Ashtanga Namaskara, or if you're a Vinyasa person, you can do your Chaturanga. And up into Sphinx, Cobra, or Up Dog. So shoulders are down, whatever you choose to do. And let's hold it a few moments because the back bends are very important. If you have back issues, you're likely in Sphinx, and that's good. Don't go too high and pinch the low back. Okay, let's go to downward facing dog. So you can come to all fours first if you need to. Some people don't need to. And then inhale, come up. And again, my feet are a little wide because of Lucy. I would recommend having your feet about hip distance apart, pulling your tailbone back, pulling your belly in, and seeing if you can make your body feel like a triangle, which is what we call this in Kundalini Yoga. Keep breathing through your nose, and on your next inhale, step, walk, or assist with the right hand around the right ankle, your right foot forward, lift your head, lengthen your spine, shoulders towards the waist. Eyes can be open or closed, and if they're closed, you can do the Kundalini focus to the third eye. You can even do that with your eyes open. And then inhale, take your left foot forward, and exhale, fold over. We're coming up, so before we do, ground into your feet, make your legs strong, make your belly strong, knees bent if you need to. Inhale, come up, fill your lungs. Exhale, take a prayer to your heart. Okay, so we're going to go through this one more time. Coming to the front of your mat. If you don't have a mat, just whatever space you're in, space to step back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, step your left foot back into that low lunge now. Exhale, then you're going to come back to plank position where your body is straight and strong. There's a plank. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees. One more time, sit back in the child's pose. And coming forward, this time I'll do modified push-up. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Sphinx, Cobra, or Up Dog. This time I'm on my forearms, Sphinx. First time I was in Cobra, which you might not have been able to see. Beautiful, really nice. And then either come, especially if you're an up dog, you can go right to down dog. And others can come down, set themselves up, and inhale, come up into downward facing dog. So that you have equal weight on your hands and feet. Good. And you pull the tailbone back. If you've ever been in a live class, often the teacher will come and push the back up towards the sky, right? Your tailbone back. And then you stretch your shoulders a little more and your back a little more. And this is such a good stretch. It stretches, it strengthens everything. Good. And so now you're going to step walk or assist your left foot forward into the lunge. And you're going to hold that lunge for just a brief moment. Runner's lunge. Good. And then inhale, step your right foot forward and exhale, fold over. We're rising up. Inhale, come rising up, reach your arms up, fill your lungs up. And exhale, bring your arms back down beside you into the mountain posture for a moment. Your eyes may be open or closed. Your feet may be touching or under your hips. Just take a moment to be, to not think about what we're going to do next, to not rush, to simply be. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and come seated. And I think I'm going to read to you just a little bit about this set we're doing tonight. It's called the Total Balance Kriya. It looks like it was first given in July of 1975, which was a long time ago. And it says this balances the aura and the electromagnetic field. So we're working on our energy field. It stimulates the elimination of body toxins, develops muscular coordination, and gives balance to the brain. So even though it was given in 1975, I think that applies today, huh? It is a great practice to stay in tune, particularly if you have something to do that requires clear decisions and delicate manipulations. It's also excellent to practice if your work gives you brain fatigue and mental sluggishness. And I think in 75, I had no idea what a computer was, but I think that for me, technology definitely makes my brain feel weird. So anyway, what we're going to start with is our left hand just resting in our lap, palm up, our right arm at a 60-degree angle with the palm facing up. Your eyes are closed to the third eye, and you're going to be doing long, deep breath. So I've been researching this current writing project that I'm working on, and it's so cool to have these old notes from way, way back. So I found some notes as I was preparing for this class, and keep doing your long, deep breath. And it said, basically, the 3 techniques of Kundalini Yoga are 1, the physical sets of what we're doing tonight. And that we do the physical sets. We do the physical sets for many things, often for certain chakras, but this said for the polarity. And I'm really big on polarity. I talk about it a lot in all the forms of yoga that I teach. So we're going to be working today to balance both the right and the left side. So we'll be doing this for a little while, then we're going to switch sides. So long, deep breath, polarity. The second method is techniques to clear the subconscious mind, which generally in Kundalini Yoga means meditation. And we do that with specific meditations and often using mantras. The third technique, which has been very helpful to me when I discovered Kundalini Yoga, is aligning your heart, realizing really what your heart is, and do you live in your heart? Do you have the courage to be in your heart? And all of those things, right? Do you have all the aspects of your heart get aligned, right? The ability to forgive, the ability to grieve, the ability to love, the ability to be humble and tolerant. And of course, none of us are perfect, but these are all aspects of an aligned heart. Oh, compassion, big one. And now inhale, and as you exhale, release your right hand into your lap, palm up, and do the same thing with your left arm. So the palm is up, folks, and that's kind of important because this is a heart meridian. So as you stretch the wrist, you are not just stretching the arm, which is part of your heart chakra. It's a continuation of the heart area. You're also actually stretching a heart meridian. So our bodies are pretty interesting and complex, aren't they, right? So there's different energy systems I'm not an expert on meridians, but meridians do exist in our body. And I know of some of them. We've got kidney meridians in our ankles. We've got some meridians in our forearms for our some of our internal organs like the intestines. So it's all kind of rather interesting, right? Mixing the Eastern to the Western. Anyway, long, deep breath here. And we inhale Sat, exhale Nam, though I know I'm talking, so I will not talk all the time. Feel your breath. So the other thing that I read about, I'm talking again, was how in Kundalini we create pressure, and that is our sympathetic nervous system. And then we release the pressure, and that is the parasympathetic, and that also helps to balance the polarity in us. So now inhale, and as you exhale, release both hands down for a brief moment. We're going to keep our spine lifted. We're just stacking the palms, doesn't matter which on which. Long, deep breath for a moment, focusing to the third eye and pretending, if you can hear my dog barking in the background, that that is a mantra, because you have no choice on that one. All right, and now it's time to do both arms. So bring both arms up, bend at the wrist, palms up, long, deep breath. And you want your elbows as straight as you can. So you're not only just stretching your heart chakra, you're also strengthening the arms, right? So you're using those arm muscles. And anytime that we really deliberately squeeze our muscles, it becomes more isometric, which means it's going to help our bones more. It's going to help strengthen the bones. And again, all these different health benefits. And Joan, one of our attendees here every week, is a living testimony to the power of squeezing the muscle to the bone, right? And making the bones stronger. And we can all do that. Hopefully we're all doing that in this very moment. So let the breath support you. If this is on some level challenging to keep the arms up, because we have a few more, we're going to go right into them. See if you can just use the power of your breath to go beyond the physical. The interesting thing about these kind of exercises in Kundalini Yoga, they're really more about your willpower. They're not something that is going to cause a physical injury. Okay, so now you're going to inhale and you're going to form fists with your thumbs inside the fist. Your elbows are going to stay straight. And you're going to start to just roll your wrists, just roll your wrists, closing those eyes up to the third eye, which is right between your eyebrows, and breathing. Inhaling Sat and exhaling Nam. I think last week I let Bo out and he stopped barking, let him out of the bedroom. I'm not sure my strategy this week, but right now we're just going to stay here. So the wrists are the points of flexibility in our body, one of them. I mean, all the joints are, right? And so feel that, feel how you're creating more movement, more flexibility. All right, and now what we're going to do here is you're going to now start to bend your elbows. Keep rolling the wrists and bend your elbows and kind of roll your elbows. This is as much a mind exercise as it is a body exercise. Kind of have to think about how you're moving yourself, and you want to keep those arms up so they're, don't let them drop below shoulder level. Can you feel that opening in the chest? It's really nice. Breathe. A little bit more. Let your shoulders loosen a bit, your elbows loosen, your wrists loosen. And now inhale and exhale, release your arms down because we have another one. And I want to give you a little rest before we do this one. And now I'm going to let my dog out and see if he will be better behaved. It's almost karmic how he does this on Tuesday nights because he's really not a barker. Oh, I think that's enough. That's enough now. But it's okay having it happen once in a while, but every week is a little bit challenging. And as you're sitting there, I'll just tell you a story some of you may have heard me say before. Magazine I read many years ago, Hatha magazine, Hatha Yoga, about a woman who went all the way to India because she wanted to go to the mother of yoga and meditate. And there were all these yappy monkeys. So Bo is our yappy monkey. Okay, you're going back to the bedroom. So you're going to bring your arms straight out to the side. This one's challenging. The good news is, hello. The good news is that we are not going to hold it for the whole 10 minutes. And I just want to read what it says because it's interesting. It says, go past the stage of wanting to yell, and there'll come a time where will just come out. I don't think we'll get necessarily to that point because we're just going to do it for a shorter time. However, it still may be challenging. This is a very good angle for that alignment of the heart that I mentioned earlier. And yet it's a challenging angle. It's a lot more challenging than the 60-degree angle, I find. So arms out to the side, palms down, eyes closed, long, deep breath. And again, you want your arms as straight as you can, engaging the muscles, very Kundalini set here. Long, deep breath, inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. If you feel the need to bring your arms down, you can do two things. You can go beyond the physical. All my pets are here right now. I've got Shopi and Bo and Lucy. Or you can bring your arms down. There is no right or wrong. What I have found over the years doing Kundalini Yoga is that sometimes I bring my arms down, and then when I go back up, I'm like, why did I do that? This feels worse. And other times when I have kept my arms up, it goes through different phases. And you can make what I would call a breakthrough, where all of a sudden, like the reading said, it becomes more like instead of right? So we're just going to hold it a little bit more. You're doing beautifully, everybody. Long, slow, deep breath. I don't have a timer on, so I don't know exactly how long we're going to do it for, but we'll do it for a little bit longer. I'm getting lucky because I'm petting my dog, so I only have to do one arm. This happens to be my bone on bone shoulder though, so it's probably a good test for it. All right, take a deep inhale. Saves at least 3 minutes. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms down. Once again, just rest. You can have your hands in Gyan Mudra, wisdom gesture, index fingers to thumbs, or you can rest your hands in your lap as you like, one palm on top of the other, while I explain the next one. So the next one is interesting. Remember, we're working on the brain as well tonight, and those polarities left and right in the body, not just the brain, but in the entire body. And hands, fingers, what we call mudras, are used for the health of the brain, and the nerves reflex back to the brain. And so we're going to do a little thing with our fingers here tonight. We're going to have our hands up in the air. I might change the camera angle so you can see this. Your arms are straight like this. And you're going to inhale up your index finger and lower it down. And inhale up your middle finger on both arms and lower it down. And inhale up your ring and down. The ring is always one that doesn't feel like it's straight to me. And then inhale the pinky and down. So you'll do them simultaneously like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay. Arms are straight up. Eyes are closed to the third eye. So once again, we got nice straight elbows. Okay, here we go. Inhale, index up, exhale down, inhale, middle up, exhale down, continue, ring finger, pinky, and then starting again. Inhale, sat, exhale, nam, third eye. So interesting. We may or may not think much about our fingers, but they are important, right? Feel your fingers. Stretch those fingers. All right, let's do one more round, everybody. And then when you're finished, just stretch up, stretch all of your fingers like starfish for a moment, just really stretch them up, inhale. Oh, feel that stretch. And then exhale, bring them down. And let your index fingers meet your thumbs. We're finally going to move away from all this arm stuff. But before we do, just see how you feel. All this arm stuff to help balance our physical body, brain, those polarities, left and right. The next one is going to be Cobra with, I guess you could call this a lion's breath. Your tongue is out and you're going to do long, deep breath. And remember when I was reading the description, it said we release toxins. So this is definitely a way to do that, to have your tongue way out and breathe in and out through your nostrils. So we're going to come on to our belly. And we're going to hold it for a little bit. So if back bend is not that comfortable for you, often when I hold a back bend, I either am on my forearms or I have my arms out in front because that makes it an easier cobra for me. Anyone who does the full cobra, you do not want your shoulders to go up. They are to stay down like so. Okay. And then you don't necessarily have to really extend the head a lot. You do what your neck feels like. This feels jammed to me way back, so I'm not doing that. And then tongue comes way out and long, slow, deep breath. Feel like you're getting really reaching into your lungs and your belly. Long, deep cleansing breath. You know, it almost is going to become audible, right? So please feel free to make that audible, like an ocean sound. Inhale. And exhale, come down. Bring your hands under your shoulders and come on up and sit cross-legged. If you're feeling your lower back, you can just bow forward for a moment while I close the bedroom door again. And sitting cross-legged if it's comfortable. The next thing we're going to be doing is something called Shitali Pranayama. And that is something that some of you know. It's a cooling breath for when you're angry at your dog for barking a lot or anything else that makes you hot around the collar. So you're going to stick your tongue out. And if you can curl your tongue, you're going to curl your tongue. This is a classic yoga breath. Some of you know it. It's not unique to Kundalini yoga, though we are doing it tonight. And so you're going to inhale through the curled tongue. What if you can't curl your tongue? You can curl it behind your teeth, okay? Because that's something you're born with. Major ability, right? So have your tongue out if you can and curled. If it doesn't curl, you're not going to get the little tunnel to cool the cooling breath. Then do it behind your teeth. Curl it behind your teeth, okay? So inhale slowly through the mouth, curled tongue. And then exhale through the nose. You can bring that tongue in or leave it out, however you like. And actually, to tell you the truth, I never remember that. I don't think it's bad either way, but it's inhale, curled tongue, exhale, nose. What I find is if I keep it out the whole time, it gets very dry, my tongue. So can you feel how that's so cooling as you bring the breath in? I mean, it's always cooling when we inhale and warming when we exhale, but you feel it more profoundly with this breath. And finish your last one. And sit for a moment. And then gently holding on to your knees. Now we're going to do the stomach or Sufi grind, which we often start with. It's a lovely warm up. So now we're going to draw a big circle around from the waist. And this one is just really a nice massage for the stomach. And so the idea that we could do things to massage ourselves from within is pretty cool. So you're massaging your stomach and breathe. So this area is really important. And last week we worked on the vagus nerve, which runs from the brain through the face, down the throat, into the heart area, and ends up in the gut, right? So has to do with digestion. And this is such an important area, right? Because it's a processor. It's got that liver in there, very processing area. And now go the other way, processing food, processing emotions, processing the sense of self and power. Because the fire is here, and we know fire is very powerful. So on a very cold day, we love the fire in our wood stove because it warms us up. And yet when a fire is out of control, very powerful, very scary. And there's the polarity of constructive versus destructive. We hear a lot about in Kundalini. All right, so now let's come back to center with an inhale and exhale. This next one's a little bit unique, but a lot of things we do in Kundalini are. So you're going to have your elbows into the waist and just let your hands drop like little limp claws is what it feels like to me. And then you're just simply going to roll your shoulders. You're just letting your hands be. After all the other stretching we did with them, just let them be and really feel your shoulders, folks, as you bring your shoulders up and bring them down. For me, my breath, if I weren't talking, would naturally inhale, lift them up, and exhale, bring them down. Inhale, bring them up, drawing little circles with those shoulders. Oh, and we can hold so much in there, right? Whew. Lots of stuff in those shoulders. All right, and then do your last one. Release and relax your shoulders. Bring your legs out in front. And remember, hearing this next one is good for digestion and the sinuses. So what we're going to do is we're going to lean back on our hands. It's actually called celibate kick, not cook. You're going to inhale, bring the leg up, toes pointed, leg as straight as possible. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring the other leg up. Beautiful. Exhale, bring it down. And then you can go ahead and close your eyes and go on your own. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. A little bit more. You're looking good at keeping those legs straight. That's really good, right? We have to think about that. Finish your last one. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and come sitting cross-legged. Now, actually, it says for this posture to sit in lotus posture. And that's something that I can do. My lower body is a lot more open than my upper body, and my upper body has gotten less open as I've gotten older. So some people will be able to, which I used to be able to do many years ago, come down like this and bring their arms right up towards the ceiling. I can no longer do that. I've got quite a lot of limitation in my shoulders, though luckily I still have some strength and I can still do a lot. And we're going to come down and do long, deep breathing. So clasp your fingers, straighten your elbows, inhale up, exhale, come down, and hold this with long, deep breath. And it says to be very peaceful in this position as you stay down here. So again, bowing forward is peaceful. Forward bends bring us inside. They are introverted. And so you're coming forward, bringing the arms up, long, deep breath to whatever extent you can. I've said this quote many times over the years. It's not original for me, but the person who's getting the least far in the stretch, which might be me here tonight, is getting the most out of the pose. So never feel like if you can't do something a lot, you shouldn't do it. It's still good to do it. So do it with long, deep breath and stay in the pose. because we are going to stay in this pose and we are going to make some sound. And if you remember last week with the vagus nerve, whenever we resonate, whenever we chant, it's actually very good for that nerve, which regulates so many things, heartbeat, digestion, mood, so many things. So we're going to chant together, healthy am I, happy am I, whole am I, as we are down here for a little more. So I'm going to join you now and chant along with you. Inhale. Healthy am I, happy am I, whole am I, healthy am I, happy am I, whole am I, healthy am I, happy am I, whole am I. And now inhale, come on up. And exhale. We got one more thing to do in this set. It is not in lotus pose. Come sitting cross-legged. Actually, I'm wrong. It is in lotus pose. I have the set right here. So if you can maintain, not many people cannot do this posture and you might hurt yourself trying. A lot of people can do half lotus pose. So anyway, you're going to clasp your fingers with the index finger, which is the Jupiter finger. This is the one that's going to help us. Remember, we have one to help us with mental concentration and just staying one pointed. So you're going to bring your arms straight out in front. I'll turn sideways so you can see that. And you're going to close your eyes and do long, slow, deep breath and feel how that is just directing your energy outward into the arena of feeling very one-pointed. And it says specifically, this consolidates your mental projection into a one-pointed positivity towards yourself and your daily tasks. I don't know about you, but some of my daily tasks, I need to work on being more positive about. I do work on that. I actually worked on it today when I was cleaning up the kitchen. I remembered, like the Buddhists are like, everything's a meditation, right? One of my friends, some of you know her, Eleanor up in Island Falls at the yoga retreat, she's in her mid-80s and she always talks about housekeeping. She said, I just don't understand it. Why do we clean the house? Because it then just gets dirty again, right? But in spiritual philosophy, the idea is everything's a meditation. So mental projection towards positivity with all of your tasks. And again, let the breath carry you. Let that breath carry you. Good, everybody. Let's take a deep inhale. Hold the breath in and just project out that everything that you need to accomplish either later today or tomorrow or this week, you will do with a nice positive mental projection. And exhale, release the arms down. Uncross your legs if they're crossed in any certain position, cross-legged or lotus or half lotus. And gently come laying on your back. We have completed the set. Come laying on your back. My blind kitty Lucy is very, very good at Shavasana. She's very good at Shavasana. She loves to have her belly up and trusting the world when she's asleep. And so this position, this position is very open and vulnerable. And maybe you can see her doing that. I'm going to share something. You may have heard this before. I hadn't heard it in a while. And it's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So as you relax, our affirmation for today. Today, I will live through the next 24 hours and not try to tackle all of life's problems at once. Today, I will improve myself, body, mind, and spirit. Today, I will refuse to spend time worrying about what might happen if. Today, I will not imagine what I would do if things were different. They are not different. I will do my best with what material I have. Today, I will find the grace to let go of resentments of others and self-condemnation over past mistakes. Today, I will not try to change or improve anybody but me. Today, I will act towards others as though this will be my last day on earth. Today, I will be unafraid. I will enjoy what is beautiful. And I will believe that as I give to the world will give to me. Whether these are the best of times or the worst of times, these are the only times we've got. Live each day fully, and you will look back on a life that made a difference. So again, we did a set today that was given in 1975. And time is this interesting concept. And this is just a great affirmation in so many ways. I'm going to have you relax for a moment more, and I'm going to share with you, we're just going to simply, before we close today, after we come out of this with some stretches, do a short breathing meditation. I would like to share with you what this says. The body sense is based on the flow and quality of prana, which is the life force energy that comes in on the breath. Physical air is the best medium for prana, also healthy food, healing touch, but this is true. Physical air is the best medium. The prana enters all the tissues of the body as you breathe. You have a limited amount of prana. Yogis believe we're born with a certain number of breaths given to us, predetermined. When that prana is exhausted, then your spirit leaves the body. This meditation expands your lung capacity. It increases the efficiency of the oxygen exchange. This helps the blood to cleanse itself. Now, we've already done some cleansing in this set. Your resistance to disease will increase, your resistance to disease. It affects the mind. The greater lung capacity adds patience to the emotions. The high level of functioning of the lungs, glands, and nerves brings great clarity to thoughts and to decisions. It fights stress and makes you aware of yourself and your impact. Practices for 1 to 3 cycles of the times, and we're only going to do one, and we're probably not going to be able to have the time to do it a full 15 minutes. Sometimes we can feel a change in our mind state and our emotional state after about 3 minutes. 15 is very good. I've heard when your mind is really, really resistant to give it 15. Anyway, we don't have 15, so we'll give it a few. But first, let's stretch on our back to come out of this. So as you inhale, reach your arms behind you, hold the breath and stretch. As you exhale, relax and bring one knee in with an inhale. Bring it over across that leg as you exhale. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, release it out and switch. Inhale, the other knee comes in. Exhale, take it over wherever it goes. Inhale, bring that knee back. Keep the knee bent. Bring the other one in as you exhale. Bring the soles and palms together and rub them to massage your 72,000 nerve endings that emanate from your navel, your power center. That's a lot of energy, right? 72,000 nerves there. And then rotate your wrists and ankles and go the other way. Hugging the knees in, if this is comfortable for you and you have a surface that's comfy to do it, rock forward and back. If not, just roll on your side. And come on up. Now we're simply going to do this for a very short moment in time so that you can have it and remember it and do it whenever you need to. We're going to sit with you can have your palms down, you can have Dhyan Mudra, whatever you like. Palms down is more grounding, whatever you like. You're going to lift your spine, you're going to tuck your chin in a little bit, you're going to focus to your third eye. So simple. You're going to inhale and feel your lungs expand. You're going to hold the breath in for a comfortable amount of time. And then you're going to exhale and you're going to hold the breath out. Make an effort to make the inhale and exhale held the same length of time. I know for me, I can often hold my breath in much longer than I can hold it out. In this, you're going to just see if you kind of gauge how long. You can count if you want or just intuit it. We're not going to do it that many times. But one of the best ways to become aware of your breath is to stop it, to suspend it. And it's not a little thing we're doing to do this. You know, you're not wasting your time when you sit and focus on your breath. Very important for your health. So here we go. Your eyes are closed. You're going to focus to your third eye, and we're all going to take a nice big inhale. You'll feel your rib cage expanding. You'll feel your lungs expanding. You're going to keep that feeling of expansion. It doesn't have to be for a long time, because remember, you're going to try to hold it out an equal amount of time. Just hold it in a little bit. And when you feel like, it's time to go out, exhale out. Then now the ribs will go in. We'll feel a contraction internally as the breath goes out, and you'll hold the breath out. For some people, that is very challenging, particularly anxious people. And then you're going to inhale again. I may be rushing you. If you can go longer, do. And you'll hold that breath, or I like to say suspend the breath, like a floating cloud inside you, the breath. And when you feel like it, knowing you want to hold the breath out as long, exhale. Maybe you already have, maybe you haven't yet. And on your own, do it one more time. And I think what you find over time is your breath starts to get more expansive. Okay, it's time for me to share a screen so we can do our Longtime Sun Song. So please bring your palms together, your thumbs to the center of your chest, and I will find us our Longtime Sun that we often end with.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on Satnam. Satnam, 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 Satnam,
But everybody take a beautiful deep inhale and just hold your breath in and visualize yourself as healthy, happy, whole, and fulfilled.
Stop it.
No, 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 no.